In this video, I'm going to discuss advanced conversion ads. Okay, so what can you do to improve the conversion objective in your sales funnel? What are the strategies and tips that help you get the best from them? Okay, so there's a few things you can do, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay, so the conversion objective would be for you if you wanted to sell products on an e-commerce store or like any website. If you're doing like an opt-in or a lead, because you want a physical conversion. Okay, you want something, you want like an action, you want your audience to take some type of physical action. Okay, so there's a few things you can do to improve the, the funnel, and I'm going to show you that now. Okay, so I'm just going to use a live example of a conversion ad that I'm testing and show you the kinds of things that you can do. Okay, so let's assume that this is a brand new account and you've never ran any conversion ads on this. Okay, so you basically have a bunch of events. So you can see the events here. Let me get this out. You can see a bunch of different events: view content, search, add to cart, initiate checkout, add payment info, and purchase. Okay, so the goal is purchases, right? We want to generate purchases because this is an e-commerce store, and ultimately it's sales that drives the business. Okay, so we want to focus on purchases, but it's a new account, we don't have any data. So what can you do to improve that? Okay, the first thing you can do is optimize for the top end of the funnel. Okay, so this includes using events like view content, and if you have it, yep, not always have it, but sometimes you might see page views. Okay, so that basically means that the top end of the funnel is what's optimized. Okay, so think about what's going to happen when you click on view content. Okay, so when a user on Facebook or Instagram sees this ad, they're going to click on it and then they're going to go to the product page on the e-commerce store. Okay, that's going to generate an event. Okay, and the event in this instance is view content, and that's what you're going to get a load of. Okay, the types of events that you're going to see more of than the others are going to be view content, add to carts, initiate checkouts, and then purchases. Okay, you're going to see less purchases because the more traffic you drive to a product page or landing page for a conversion ad, you're going to get obviously hundreds and thousands of view contents, right? Like people who click on the ad are going to see the landing page, right, when you run the ad for some time. But a small percentage of those people who land on your page will then go through each steps of your funnel before checking out, right? Before generating a purchase event. Pixel. Okay, so what you can do to start with is optimize by view content. Okay, so what you're telling Facebook is you want to optimize delivery for your ads to get the most of these conversions at the lowest cost. Okay, so what you're doing is you're telling Facebook to optimize for people who are going to view the landing pages. Okay, and Facebook needs about 50 events per day to optimize. So that could be view contents, add to carts, initiate checkouts, add payment info, leads, signups, whatever it is, whatever the event you're using, before it can optimize. Okay, before it has enough information for the account to then optimize. Okay, for the algorithm to optimize. So that's a great way to start off and get a warm account up and running. Okay, select the view content. Something else you can use is an interest that I like to use a lot to improve your conversion ads is engage shoppers. Okay, in the targeting. So let me just bring this up. It's engage shoppers here. Okay, so this is a behavior, and it's actually one of my favorites because these aren't people that buy from you. But if you look at the tip on the right hand side, it says people who have clicked on the call to action button shop now in the past week. Okay, in the last past week. So the whole of Facebook, 367 million people have clicked the shop now button in a Facebook page. Okay, so when you look inside any Facebook page, it could be your page, it could be the brands that you follow or the products or services that you follow, you'll see a shop now button. Okay, whenever that's clicked, Facebook tracks that. Okay, and this is people who are potential active buyers. Okay, so whenever you're testing anything, try overlapping it with engaged shoppers because you're going to see some really excellent results. Okay, The ads might be a bit more expensive because obviously you're adding an extra layer, but if you're getting more sales as a result, then it should be fine. Okay. Other things you can do for advanced conversion ads is try buyer audiences. Okay, so if I go to the ads manager, if we go to assets and audiences, you can actually build audiences, as you know, and there's a video on this, so have a look if you're not familiar with building audiences. Okay, but one of the things you can do is you can create a custom audience based off buyers. Okay, so you see this here where it says customer file. You can actually add customers from your e-commerce site or service or whatever it is. Okay, so if you have a list of, let's say, 10,000 customers, you can export those orders, those customers, and you can upload them inside of Facebook. Okay, that's powerful for a lot of reasons. The first one is it's a warm audience, right? These people are familiar with your brand, your product, because they bought from you, right? So you have an audience of, let's say, 10,000 people who are more than happy to buy from you, right? Because the best time to sell to anybody is when they've just bought from you. Okay, that's the easiest point. So take that audience and upload it into Facebook as a custom audience. Okay, and I'll go through this on another video. If you're not sure, have a look at that video. Okay. So you can use that as a warm audience, and this is great for two reasons. The first is you can run retargeting ads to that. So you can run a dynamic product ad if you're doing e-commerce catalog sales, and so that's like a retargeting ad. And the second thing you can do is you can build lookalike audiences off that. And lookalike audiences are extremely powerful because you're telling Facebook to use the source data. In our example, it's 10,000 people who've bought from us. And we're saying this is the source data. Go out there and find more people like this. Okay. So you have the option to build really powerful lookalike audiences. And remember, lookalike audiences are very scalable, right? You can build up to 10% per audience, and then you can multiply that audience by so many different variations. So it's extremely scalable, okay? And you're giving yourself the best possible chance for conversions because you're telling Facebook to find more people based off your sample data, and that's off customers who've been to your site, your store, your service, and they bought from you, okay? So that's a great tip there. And let's head back over to the ads manager. That was really important. I wanted to discuss the custom audiences. I mean, the obvious thing, obviously, is use the right campaign. If you're going to create a conversion, make sure it is conversions, right? Make sure you're not trying to get conversions off a traffic or a post engagement ad. Okay, I'm not saying you can't do that, but make sure you're giving yourself the best possible chance by selecting the right conversion type or objective. Okay, and that's possibly it. So what you want to focus on is, if you are starting from a brand new account, optimize for page views or view content. Okay, that's going to give you the best possible chance of building up your account, giving Facebook the data it needs to optimize. And then once you start seeing add to carts, so once you start seeing add to carts inside of your, let me just get this up and running. Yeah, once you start seeing add to carts here and website initiate checkout, you can see that people are going through each step of your funnel. Okay, so they've clicked the ad, they've gone to the they've added the cart, they've got initiate checkout, and then you can start optimizing by the next step. Okay, so after you've optimized for view content and you have enough add to carts data, start optimizing the ad for add to carts. Okay, so just go back into the ad, instead of oh, this is a retargeting ad, so it's not going to work. Let's try this one. So instead of, is it okay? These are all retargeting ads. Let's try this one. This might work. Okay, here we go. So instead of optimizing from the top of the funnel, which is the view content, right? You then move on to add to carts. Okay, start optimizing for add to carts. Okay, after you see plenty of data in add to carts, start optimizing for the initiate checkouts, right? Move further down and tell Facebook to optimize for the next stage of your funnel, okay? Then once you have enough data, you're starting to see purchase conversions regularly in your campaigns. Just stick to purchases. Okay, that's all you want to do. Okay, so once the account is seasoned, your pixels fired a lot of conversion hits. I mean, this account has like over 4,000 purchases. Okay, so we have a lot of purchase data in here. It spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, so we know that this account is very seasoned. And at that point, I would just optimize for purchases. Okay, but at the start, I worked through the funnel. Okay, I started with view content, then I moved on to add to carts. Okay, then I moved on to initiate checkout. You can also use add payment info, as you can see here. Add to wish list is not something that I've ever used because I don't think we have a wish list app on this store. But certainly you can test the add payment info. It's not something that I've used. I typically use initiate checkout, okay, and then purchase. All right, and just remember that Facebook needs at least 50 events each day, event fires each day. So start at the top of the funnel, work your way down, and let Facebook optimize the rest. Okay, so that's basically it from this video. I'll see you on the next one.